Hello everyone and welcome back to PGP Motorsports Park for the 7th race of the spring season. We're here in this actually pretty cloudy June today, but that's not going to stop the sun from going through the clouds. It just feels a little bit chillier, but it might be in the right spot for maximum grip on this track. We've got all 24 racers out here, and LCQ was skipped because there's only 24 racers out here. And that's the story that we have here.
Yeah, we're going straight into the final. And speaking of the weather conditions are absolutely perfect today. Lukewarm, dry track conditions. The grid is very closely packed in lap time. So here, starting up front row, we've got Sam on pole position. Next to him is Davidson Mann. Right behind him is David and William Yee, our championship leader. Behind them is Aiden Flynn, who was leading the LCQ, the heat race, but unfortunately dropped back to 5th. And next to him is Alex. Behind him, actually, if I could get them, that's going to be Spencer and Randy. And they're coming around the front straight. The flag is waved. The flag's waved and they're away. Too wide they go down the front straight into roller coaster. Let's see who could come out on top with these perfect track conditions. You can afford to take some daring moves, and a bit daring as someone's facing the wrong way in the back. A little too daring, if you ask me. But everyone else seems to make it through just fine. I can tell they're still side by side, very aggressive today. However, Sam is taking away with the lead, and now it's up to Davidson to try to catch up to him, followed by David in third. David managed to keep his third place. We see some dust coming out of light bulb, but no one's off the track. So, fortunately, nothing bad came out of that.
Yeah, very sketchy as all these drivers go 2 by 2 across all these different areas looking to get any position that they can in this opening chaos. And we see some of that side-by-side action here with a brave lunge on the inside, but that did not work out for them. And even further closer up to the pack, we have more 2 by 2, and that's going to possibly compromise some lines. Let's hope they give each other space coming out of turn 4, and they do. And now they're all in their proper lines going down into turn 3. To set up for some more overtakes through here. But Sam, who had a breakaway for a moment, no longer has that breakaway as Davidson closes the gap to him.
Speaking of turn 3, while you were talking about turn 3, Alex tried to have a move up the inside of William for 4th place, but William wasn't having it. Defended great, and it's now up to attack David for 3rd place. Coming down the front straight, we got Sam, Davidson, David, William, Alex on the outside of William, gonna try to make a pass into turn 1. Can he make it around the outside? Yes, he can! Alex takes 4th place.
Brilliant move by Alex around the outside of roller coaster. It's the perfect conditions for this type of racing, and it's all about the momentum, not slowing down one bit because of how these karts are able to just drive closer to their top potential speed with the amount of grip on the track right now.
Yeah, we have maximum grip today. I'm not even sure if you have to brake much for turn 1 there into roller coaster. If you hang it around the outside and take that line perfectly like Alex did, you could keep pretty much all of your max speed momentum into roller coaster using the banked corner. Now Alex having a great day. He's already attacking David. We might see a David train. David, no longer in a position to attack Davidson for the upper podium positions, is now defending 3rd place. But Alex goes on the inside of turn 3. It looks like he's going to have the move done and dusted by the time they get there, and he does. Alex takes 3rd place away from David.
Before even the braking zone, Alex is just doing fantastic right now with his pace, and he could be on to win this race if he can just catch up to the leaders and do what he did with all of the previous contestants. With just that sheer pace down the straight there.
As they're coming across the finish line now, the standings are going to update. Let's see what kind of lap times they're setting now that we finally got the tracker working. Fingers crossed. Let's hope it stays working. Alex, everybody's lap times are improving. They're setting low 79s, and they're only going to be getting faster as the race progresses. Everybody's in top form today, and we get to see everybody in the best conditions, racing the best they can. If you ask me, it's mostly a matter of who is most consistent. Alex is already caught up to Davidson. Alex is on fire today. Holy moly. Now it's up to Davidson to go from the offensive to the defensive.
It depends on if Davidson is even ready for Alex or not. He might not realize with no ring mirrors on the go-karts, but maybe through those turns he possibly got a glimpse of him. It looks like Davidson does look over a little bit, but does not move to the inside in time as Alex swoops up on the inside and has the position. Well, actually,
Davidson claps back!
holds it on the outside with his momentum and keeps second position. Very impressive defensive work from Davidson to keep Alex behind. But the fight is not over as Alex jots out to the outside of turn one, going to cut back to the inside, and he's going to be side by side with Davidson through the straight. And Alex is going to have him on top speed and passes by Davidson like he's standing still, and will have the position by roller coaster.
It took half the track, but Alex made the move around Davidson.
Someone spins out in roller coaster. Little bit of unfortunate contact, or maybe a lock up there, as he's now stuck in the off-road at the outside of roller coaster and will be rejoining the track, losing a lot of positions there. Terrible mistake to make in such good conditions.
It's surprisingly, I'm not going to say it's easy to make that mistake, but it's you're a lot more susceptible to that kind of mistake than you think. Because the grip is so high, it's hard to judge what the upper level of overconfidence is before you end up going into the grass.
Yeah, comfort is a terrible thing for driving safely.
Back to the leaders of the race we see. Davidson now on the defense against William. The third place spot is so up for contention, as we actually see it looks like Randy making a move on David for fifth place. Davidson's fighting back. There's a lot of good battles in turn 3 today. But yeah, that looks like Randy going in. And can he make he made the move, and oh no! David victim to the 2-for-1, because Aiden got by as well. It's going to be up to David to try to fight back. But Davidson and Williams side by side going down in a roller coaster. Davidson on the inside. William, can he do that grip magic that Alex did? Doesn't seem like it, and he has to back out of it because he wasn't alongside far enough to be able to make it safely through the inner banks of roller coaster.
And it looks like Alex already caught up to Sam in the lead here, jeopardizing.
I'm going to pull up those lap times again.
Yeah, Alex has got to be setting the fastest ones.
Alex is a whole second faster. Alex is a second faster than everyone else. He had his special breakfast this morning, I would say. He had the Valtteri Bottas porridge, and that's why he is able to make his way through. So now it's up to Sam to defend for the rest of the race. Because Alex, once he gets going, good luck stopping. Oh, Alex had it again. He's got the inside of turn 3. This is going to be the third time he's made this pass. And by the time they even make it to the apex, Alex has made the move for the lead of the race. Sam tries to get back at him, but Alex has the inside track position now and is going to take the lead of the race before the lap is even over.
What's the lap time that's Alex setting?
We're about to find out that lap time because when they cross the line, they'll update. But Alex is already setting low 78s. And yeah, Alex is setting low 78s. Everyone else is setting low 79s. Alex is in a whole different league today. Everything came together for him, and it's up to him to take it home.
And then, in the meantime, behind Alex and Sam here, Sam going to do his best to hold on to the back of Alex for the rest of this race. It looks like Davidson in third.
Currently in third place is Davidson, followed by William, Randy, and Aiden.
One thing to note is that William is still the championship leader as of this race.
Also worth noting, Spencer is lower in the field. Spencer is behind David, who's behind Aiden, who's behind Randy, who's behind William. So the championship battle is on right now. Spencer missed a race, so he doesn't get that drop at the end. Every position matters for Spencer in this championship battle. And this is only going to help William secure his championship, which will actually be one of the best statistics ever. To win the championship without winning a race.
He's just been super consistent. He's always been there. Like, he may not have always been the podium, but he's always, just been there. Whereas everyone else has had, great races where they won, or shocking races where they just weren't able to make it up into, that top 5 position.
Make no mistake, William is one of the best racers out here. And while he may not be a race winner, he's definitely found himself on the podium a few times, and he is always in those upper positions. So he is always bringing home some really good points from every race. Some racers, they win the race, and they're all or nothing, and those nothings really add up over time. So this may be Williams' season to shine, now that 11-time champion Paulo Pettini is no longer participating in this season.
And it looks like with time, Alex has been able to form a little bit more of a gap between Sam, although Sam is surprisingly close considering how much faster Alex is. Sam must have been improving his lap times with Alex's reference.
Yeah, Alex and Sam are in their own little world, but what we have here is a five-way battle for third. That's Davidson, William, Randy, Aiden, and David. All of them in contention for a podium today. All of them still taking really good positions. Unfortunately, falling off way behind the train is championship contender Spencer, who has a lot of work to catch up to this train here. The good news is if this train really fights, that will allow Spencer to catch up and give an opportunity to really close in that championship that he's been gunning for.
And it looks like this battle's about to kick off with now moves being thrown to the outside of Davidson. And we're going to have a little bit of a two-wide situation into roller coaster. But it looks like they're all going to line up, following up for double apex. But that now might be the end of it. There could be some resounding effects from that little moment there. Around light bulb they go. William following closely behind. With, I believe that's David in the middle of the pack? Or is that...
David is at the end of the train of five.
So it's David, Spencer...
We got Davidson, William... Oh, you're looking in the back. We got Spencer, Scott, that's Todd, Nick with a really cool green race suit, and Linus in the back. But the camera's not focused on them. The camera's focused on the train in front.
Yeah, we have two trains of five going on here.
We got two trains. Two trains of five. Randy going on the inside of turn 3. That is Randy making a move on William. William... deciding no thanks, and now that lets Linus get by. Unfortunate for Randy, he made a move, it didn't work, and that left him vulnerable. Linus says thank you very much. Randy ain't having it. Randy's fighting back, and now Randy reclaims his spot, and all that did was give a little breathing room for Davidson and William. Oh, they're still fighting. They're still going at it, looking for any advantage they can going into turn 1. But it wasn't meant to be. So that train of 5 for third place has been a little bit dispersed because of all that battling.
Although they're still rapidly closing in on each other once again.
Now, earlier I said if the front train of 5 fight, that'll give Spencer a chance to catch up, which would be great news if Spencer was the one behind the train. Scott, our Rainmeister, in dry conditions, has overtaken Spencer. So... it's all to play for in this championship. Oh, going into turn 5 there. Todd making a move on Spencer. Didn't quite work, and that compromised Spencer going down the back straight. Now Todd's going to get on the inside, going down the back straight into turn 3. Todd on the inside, Spencer on the outside. Can Todd make that move work? Side by side through 3. That's going to give Spencer a chance to clap back.
But
3 wide through turn 3. They've all gotten into the squabble, and unfortunately, Todd is the one in the back. What the heck happened there?
But Todd, having a little bit of that inside line, doesn't lose too much. He's going to try to push his way to the inside and not lose as much through there. It's all going to be about the momentum coming out the front straight, but now Todd is outside of the line, and he could be the one caught holding the bag as they all are able to push each other through, and Todd, desperately trying to hold on to anything, does not want to be at the back of the train, is able to claim a spot within that train. Although it looks like someone dropped very far back, the person who's at the end of the train.
I do want to point out that the track conditions are so good today that almost every lap we've seen cars side by side through the second half of the entire racetrack. That's how good the grip is. That's how good the momentum is. Everybody's pretty much on even footing today. So there's a ton of battles, and that... I'm having trouble keeping up with all the action, honestly.
Yeah, lots of trains of 5 and some trains of 6s potentially getting ready to start up.
I'm going to get the gaps up because it looks like our race leader, Alex, and our second place man, Sam, are really running away with it today. The gaps that I pulled up on the screen will update as they cross the finish line, which is now. And we will see just how far ahead our top 2 have pulled as Randy goes around the outside of Davidson, but thinks better of it. He doesn't have the momentum. Everybody's thinking of a sniff around the outside because it's a good line in these conditions, but not quite. We do, however, see that our leaders have taken a 6-second lead over everyone else. That's fast.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Looks like we do have a side-by-side moment here. Although he's going to be pushed out to the outside. Do we have Sergey here today?
We got a battle in bus stop, but that train of 5 for 3rd place is still going strong. They've all caught up with each other again. I hear a lot of tires squealing as they go through turns 5 and 4. Everybody's pushing as hard as they can because they can afford to, because the conditions are just that good. You just want to be careful not to overheat your tires because it's a lot harder to cool your tires in these warm conditions. It's warm. It's not hot. It's not cold. It's, I would say, just right.
Yeah. Honestly, perfect, comfortable temperature right now. Great day
Here
for
they
racing.
come again, down the front straight. Randy's sniffing around the outside, seeing if he can find a move. Doesn't seem like it. He thinks better of it, tucks in. We got 3 wide down the front straight. Spencer leading Todd, leading Linus. Linus on the outside. Todd defending the inside, and Spencer gets by. Spencer, I believe, was actually defending those positions. So we have battles all over the grid. And it's very hard to keep track of who's doing what and where because they're a bit spread out, but it's all happening at once.
Yeah. And something that's definitely contributing to things being spread out pretty hard is mistakes are just so much more costly in these conditions because when everyone's hovering around like the top speed of the go-kart, it takes a long time to get up to there. So if you end up like off the track or making a huge mistake, you just lose so much time to your opponents. And if everyone's at the top speed of their kart, there's not really a lot of catching up that you can do unless the pace difference is just that massive like we saw with Alex.
Yeah, momentum conservation's paramount. And each of these drivers have learned that both the easy and the hard way. My eyes are peeled for any sort of side-by-side battling, but they seem to all be in a line looking for any openings. So it's hard to see who's going side-by-side and who's just sniffing for an open door. But so far, everybody's keeping it pretty tight. In the mid-pack here, coming down the front straight, Nick is right on the tail of Scott, our Rainmeister. Nick, with a cool green helmet, now has a matching green race suit to go with it. And if you ask me, that's giving him extra power today to see if he can get past Scott Miller, whose defense is right up there with Sergey's. Sergey, unfortunately, is not here today. He has missed a couple of races. We got some battles in the back as they come down the front straight, side by side down the front straight, in the back. I unfortunately don't know who these races are because they're all wearing black with black helmets, but there was some good battling in the back.
Yeah, it looks like an overtake was able to be made on that back straight there. But now let's move over to our pack of 5 as we now go down the back straight. This is where you'll probably get your best drafting opportunity.
Yeah, our train of 5 for 3rd place is pretty well behaved, but I would say we're entering the closing stages of the race. The final closing stages as the white flag is being waved for Alex as he crosses the line, signaling the final lap. I have a feeling these trains are going to explode. Going into turn 2, we got some moves. Todd making a move on Spencer. He was going side by side. Now Todd has to defend. Spencer's not happy, but Todd made his way through. Nobody's happy. They're all raising their hands. Hand signals going everywhere. But Todd coming out the front. We'll see how all the dust settles through this final lap.
As we see some...
But that train of 5
people
for 3rd place is scrunched up. I have a feeling we're going to see some action by the end of the... We're already seeing some action. 2 wide through light bulb. That's Aiden stuck on the outside. Aiden, you don't want to be on the outside of Top World because that's how you get shoveled back. Aiden, 2 wide through bus stop. And unfortunately, Aiden drops back. He found himself in the wrong place at the wrong time. Really unfortunate for Aiden, who was doing so well.
And it looks like at some point Randy did get past William.
Yeah, defending that track position is so difficult to do when everybody's that close. Just the slightest slip, someone's going to find their way in. We got 2 wide defending into turn 3. That's Davidson on the outside defending against Randy. Randy trying to find the momentum, but unfortunately couldn't quite do it.
But Alex, with a dominant drive, crosses the line, winning the 7th race of the spring season. Sam in 2nd place after losing out to Alex, who just honestly stood no chance down that straight. And in 3rd place, after holding on to that train for so long, comes Davidson Mann, finalizing that podium, and without any names that are recognized in the top championship, I think William will hold on to his championship lead, but we'll get confirmation of that at the podium. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you for the final race of the spring season.
Thank you guys all for coming out, all 24 of 40 of you guys that actually showed up. I appreciate it. Made it a little bit easier, a little bit more chill for the day, which we always like. But yeah, we had pretty good races out there. Had a good race for third. Had a little bit of a battle for the lead early in the final. Coming in third place, running the best lap time of a 78.886. 10.2 off the overall lead. We got Davidson Man. Taking second place out there with the best lap time of a 78.577, 4.1 off the lead. We got Sam Jamerico. Sam. And taking that top spot today, 4.1 second gap to the second place. Running the best lap time of a 77.983 in clear air without a draft. Absolutely wicked lap time. Alexander Skia. Good job, buddy. Alrighty. 3, 2, 1.